Or spreading rumors about the neighbors and finding suitors for our children. That's right, it's Lords and Ladies from Gryphon Games. This competitive card game of gossip, legacy, and intrigue pits 2 to 5 lords and ladies against one another in a race for social status. Setup begins with each player choosing a starting lord or lady and giving their house a name. For example, here I have the House of the Flies. This is Lord of the Flies. There's a Lady of the Flies, and their daughter will be Sophia of the Flies. Everyone also receives 1 starting gold coin and a number of gossip cards, 1 for 2 or 5 players, or 2 for 3 or 4 players. Obviously, we're setting up for a 4-player game right here. Next, set up the gameplay area by shuffling the suitor's deck and dealing out 4 cards face up, the last of which goes on top of the deck. Repeat this same process for the servant deck above. Next, shuffle the gossip cards and birth cards to create a draw pile for gameplay. Create pools of the gold coins, status tokens, and gossip tokens. Place the status board nearby with each player's markers on the first space. Put the status rewards within reach and give the oldest player at the table the round marker. Oh, it's a home. Gameplay occurs over a series of rounds, during which each player takes a turn. A turn consists of just 2 major steps. First, collect a benefit, either in the form of 2 gold coins or 1 gossip card. Coins are amassed to buy servants, attract suitors, or bribe enemy socialites. Gossip cards, which should be kept secret, are the main attacks of the game. We'll get to those shortly. For the second step, players must choose from one of 4 actions. They may either marry a suitor, hire a servant, roll to have a child, or take an additional gold. When marrying a suitor, if you have an unwed lord or lady, a player may select one of the 3 face-up suitors to join their family in matrimony. Lords and ladies each have a status value, which immediately adds to your score, and a birth point value, which represents their fertility. Some suitors also have bonus powers with effects either immediate or constantly throughout the game. When marrying a suitor with the higher status than your single lord or lady, the difference must be paid in gold coins back to the pool, cause they out of your league. To hire a servant, pay the gold cost in the top left and immediately bring the servant to your house. Players cannot have 2 of the same servant, and all servants have powers. Some constant, others are one-time use. The one-time powers can be used any time during the game, but the servant is then fired and returned to the deck. To roll for having a child, a player must have a married couple. They then roll the birth die, and if the number rolled is equal to or less than the couple's combined birth points, a baby is born. There's a couple of special rules about birthing. Only the current generation can have children. Once a member of the new generation gets married, that generation becomes the current generation. Couples can have unlimited amounts of kids. Gross. Unmarried family members from older generations can still get married, but cannot produce offspring. I swear there's something in the water, I'm serious. Lastly, the option to take another gold gives players a chance to further increase their fortune. It's good to take this action if the suitor and servant pool is a bit shallow. Anytime during the round, including during other players' turns, a player may also play gossip cards or confirm them, use a servant power, pay off gossip with 6 coins, or exchange 6 coins for a status token. Gossip cards allow players to team up and spread rumors about their opponents. To play a gossip card, the declaring player places the card in front of them and names the target. Gossip must be confirmed by another player, either using the exact same gossip card or a true card. If confirmed, the gossip result takes effect, and each gossip monger gains 1 gossip token. Good for the Gossip Queen card later in the game. The target of the gossip does have the option to pay off those 2 gossip mongers by paying 6 coins, 3 to each, which means the card is cancelled and neither player gets a gossip token. After each player has taken a turn, the round ends. Before the next round begins, a few things need to happen. First, cycle the servant and suitor cards, replacing the empty spaces of any cards purchased during the round. Any cards in the 3rd position are returned to the bottom of their deck. If no cards were selected in a round, still cycle all of the cards one position. Next, remove any unsuccessful gossip cards played during the round, replacing them to the draw pile, and pass the round marker to the player on the left. Throughout the game, players can also automatically gain award cards by gaining gossip tokens, having the most generations or the most servants. Gameplay continues until a player finishes a round with 18 or more status points. The highest score wins the game. And that's Lords and Ladies. I'm Becca Scott, and I love gossip. Not really, but it's fun to make up lies about people. You can watch me play this game and other awesome games on Game the Game right here on Geek and Sundry.